Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there, welcome back.
Well, we put off working outside until we got a second video up because there's so much going on with more information coming out about, again, the big bridge collapse in Baltimore, shutting down the harbor, amongst other things. There's a lot of things coming out, guys. It's, we're at the end of March. April is the big month, but, maybe it's going to really start about now.
Oh, but not to worry. Our trusty president says that there's just a horrific accident. Nothing more. Absolutely nothing more.
Okay, well, let's go listen to the senile one. And I was reading. I think it was one of Alois Ermeiler's prophecies again, and there was reference to kind of like senile old nincompoop, basically, in so many words. Well, let's listen to the senile old nincompoop.
And the search and rescue operation is continuing for all those remaining as we speak. I spoke with Governor Moore this morning, as well as the Mayor of Baltimore, the County Executive, both United States Senators and the Congressman. And my Secretary of Transportation is on the scene. I told them we're going to send all the federal resources they need as we respond to this emergency. I mean all the federal resources. And we're going to rebuild that port together. Everything so far indicates that this was a terrible accident. At this time, we have no other indication, no other reason to believe there's any intentional act here. Personnel on board the ship were able to alert the Maryland Department of Transportation that they had lost control of their vessel, as you all know and reported. As a result, local authorities were able to close the bridge to traffic before the bridge was struck, which undoubtedly saved lives. Our prayers are with everyone involved in this terrible accident and all the families, especially those waiting for the news of their loved one right now.
Okay, so, body double number, what's that? Number 4 is the senile one. I can't keep up with all this. Look at this. Bridge snaps in half in deadly cargo ship crash. This was from February 22nd. So this was last month, about a month and 4 days. Previously, at least 5 people were killed. Crew member was injured on Thursday when a cargo ship rammed into a bridge in southern China, cutting the structure in half. And so, this is the thing. The events that we see happening here, they are kind of happening in China. They are kind of happening in Russia. And what's really going on is just that head of steam towards that WW number 3. Our brother Zach from Colorado mentioned this, and thank you, Zach. If there is a hazmat delivery moving through Baltimore in the next few days and weeks, there better be added security to the detail because this appears to be a massive play to cause a route diversion. The key bridge was the only way to get them through Baltimore Harbor. Interesting. It's a designated hazardous material truck route because hazmats are prohibited in the Baltimore Harbor and Fort McHenry tunnels. They can't go through the tunnels, so they'd have to go over this bridge or reroute and go many more miles. So that is really curious too. Now, lots of people are talking about this being some sort of GPS jamming, and yeah, that's exactly what we were kind of thinking. Terror Alarm over here has obtained evidence that Russian hackers were behind the sabotage in the cargo ship power system that caused the incident. They're putting it out that maybe it was retaliation for Nord Stream. European planes, this just came out 6 hours ago, struck by mystery GPS jamming. Oh, that's just a coincidence, right? 1,600 planes have been hit by GPS interference in less than 2 days, in what's thought to be an effort by Russia to create an atmosphere of threat. Many of the aircraft affected by the mysterious jamming of navigational equipment over Eastern Europe were carrying civilians. Such interference poses serious issues for pilots as it can force them to contend with fake signals that give them false information about the plane's position in the sky. We shared with you guys a long time ago when we did the channeling from the kids from 2055, and they spoke of the fact that there are no planes in the air. And that all happened before the big giants came in and took control directly of the smart cities. The smart cities that are termed cell cities by the real powers that be. So if you just scan Russia hacking GPS, you'll find there's lots of articles that talk about this. U.S. Reaper drone, emergency landing amid Russia GPS attacks. Russian hackers jam signals on RAF plane with the defense secretary on board. That was 12 days ago, 7 days ago. So you can see, this has been a buzz. Now, Cindy actually saw that it was China, but Russia and China are going to be working together. So shouldn't be much of a surprise because, look for the disinfo agents that will come out of the woodwork. And an easy way to tell them is when you go and click on their little comment icon, you'll notice they were maybe just created that day or a couple days ago or, relatively recent. Some of these are just probably AI chatbots, and then others are perhaps federal agents, FBI, CIA, or could be CCP or, could be from Russia too. So, this is interesting. The officials stopped cars from crossing Francis Scott Key Bridge just moments before the cargo ship collided, saving lots of lives. According to the Maryland governor, it was a mayday call from the ship, so they immediately stopped people from crossing. Now, 6 people remain missing. 2 have been rescued and sent to the hospital. So that's really, really interesting. And reports from Romania, the defense ministry reveals that Russia is waging electronic warfare against Romania, jamming GPS communications of ships in Romanian waters. I think it's pretty overwhelming, as you see, reports everywhere. This has been going on for 6 months now. Ships fooled in GPS spoofing attack, suggesting Russia cyber weapon. Well, this is from 2017. This is from a week before the first eclipse. This stuff is always way out there in front of our faces. They dangle it in front of our faces, just like somebody would dangle, food or a dog treat in front of a dog, and then pull it away. And then they just laugh because they've given us the answer before they even give us a question. But then most people don't pay attention. They're too wrapped up running on that little wheel, that little hamster wheel. It goes nowhere. And so we don't even really see that everything has been so telegraphed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it is. It is. And, this is before the eclipse, and the energies are definitely going to change during and after the eclipse. I really feel the eclipse is going to be significant. I know a lot. There might be rumor out there that, there's going to be a mothership and things of that nature. I don't think that we're going to have alien visitors in open form just yet. I don't think that's happening with this eclipse, but I feel very strongly that it's going to change our energy bodies. And it's so important that we know about those changes. If you don't know about those changes, they're going to happen really, whether you know about them or not. But to me, and it's better to know and to do things so that you can kind of control your destiny a little bit. But yeah, there's going to be, I think, a lot more of this after the eclipse, and this is upcoming. So they really kind of depend on us, and they need us to keep their whole situation running. I mean, they need us to be the ones that buy and sell all the produce, and then that's why we're always saying become self-sufficient. This is going to shut down some really major ports, and it's hard to say what type of things people are not going to have access to. But I guarantee you there's some very important things people are not going to have access to coming up.
Yes, absolutely. And, the captain, this is what they are saying is the captain, master of the ship. His citizenship, by the way, is Ukrainian. Now, is that just a coincidence? I don't know. What do you guys think? Salary is $10,200 US a month. That's a pretty good salary, I would say. So interesting. You think it's coincidence that the captain's actually from Ukraine? Black Swan event, General Flynn here. And he's just saying black swans normally come out of the world of finance, not military. The standard operating procedure for all U.S. ports, harbors, and bays. That transit, commerce, and military activities are supposed to maintain an incredible level of discipline, rigor, and awareness for these type of events to not occur, yet here we are. Yeah, absolutely. This feels very, very big. I think people are picking up on the fact that this is really, really big. Meanwhile, in the Russian Federation, they've seen crimes increase greatly. And crimes by migrants increasing greatly by 75%. So what are they doing? Their mass deportation of migrants is occurring. So, the migrant situation is a global situation. This is the round robin. Everybody up, everybody change places. Okay, sit. Remember in school how we used to do that? And they would keep pulling one chair away from us as they're doing that. Yeah, see who's going to be the big winner here. Well, humanity doesn't win as a whole, and they've pitted us against each other. So even though, it might be Russia, it might be China, ultimately it's the control system, which is very inhumane and not headed by humans. As you see this also, U.S., Britain, and Ukraine behind terrorist attack in Crocus City Hall, so says the FSB. And they say, really anything is a legitimate target now at this point in time. All semblance of any chance for peace is apparently breaking down quickly. And here's an MS-13 gang leader on the FBI's most wanted list was arrested at the border in San Diego, and let's just venture to guess they'll let him go again, probably. This is what's coming over the border is the most nastiest, vilest, scariest individuals that have no regard for human life. A Michigan woman was murdered by another illegal, and this was in a carjacking. They're covering these things up too. They're trying to not let you know how much of this is going on. There was information on a bust, where 8 illegal migrants had an American woman held captive in a home in Texas. Here in Texas, so this is scary stuff. When you have 8 illegals who may be armed, again, the cartels are arming them, taking over people's houses and keeping them hostage. Again, a lot of people have picked up on the movie The Purge. And if you were hoping for something hopeful coming out of RFK Jr. here, their VP choice, wow, your balloon just got popped big time. Nicole Shanahan, 6-figure donor to George Gaskin, pro-crime SOROS backed prosecutor. Not only that, this is what they're saying is his pick. If this truly is the pick, wow, you want to talk about disappointment. Notice this picture. Who's she with? Yes, that's the founder of Google. She was married to the co-founder of Google, Sergey Brin, who you've also seen interviewed by the WEF so many times. There is no salvation in the system. There are no billionaires. There are no Illuminati family members that are going to end up coming and saving us. Any faith like that is so misplaced. We should learn by now. There's no salvation in the system. The system is always going to be the system. It's always going to be that way because those in the high places, well, it's just the way they are. It's their innate nature. They can't fight it. They really can't. I mean, we keep hoping some of them will break free of the darkness, and we could put our prayers out there for them. As one of our family members was saying, they're praying for the most diabolical people out there, that their hearts will warm up like the Grinches, and then we could have a happy time in Whoville once again.
You know, you got to try. I mean, there's reasons why people do that. They feel something in their heart and they think, well, maybe this is the right thing to do. And there is something to that. When you take people into your light, it can raise their conscious. It can change people's perspective. Are these people just totally not helpable? I don't think that's for anyone. I think anyone can be affected by the love of light and the light of love. So I don't want to discourage anyone from trying anything, because we don't know at what angle we need to approach things at. So several different angles. There's many of us. We should definitely all try what is on our hearts, because it's on your heart for a reason. You know, it could be a conversation with higher self, and higher self is just saying, hey, if you can just nudge this, we can just nudge that timeline there and then help a bunch more people. So follow your instincts. Definitely call in your guides, call in your angels, call into your higher self. Find that that ability to attach to higher self. It's really important right now. Very important. It just seems like things are starting to crumble, like we were saying in the other video, slowly but surely.
And unfortunately, it's going exactly on the timeline that we suspected. But again, we can still change timelines. She was the founder of Clear Access IP, known as IPWE, a tech law firm that uses AI to analyze and manage patent portfolios. Patent portfolios, AI, red flags everywhere. Can you say Anunnaki? Yeah, absolutely. We'll have a new video going up on Patreon exclusively, an update on timelines for their returns and more information about the Anunnaki that we've been getting, and we'll share with you guys. I know it could be exhausting, guys. Listen to your body. If you need to take a nap, but keep preparing and getting yourself ready for the roller coaster ride ahead. We're glad that you guys are with us, and we're with you in this ride.
Source bless and namaste.
Namaste.